used in this video was brought to you by Noir, maker of the most innovative, most accurate, and most effective bullets and ammunition in the industry. I was born and raised in the South, and in the South, we call all soft drinks Coke, and all tissue Kleenex, and all bandages Band-Aids. That said, as of late, many people in the gun world tend to call any double-stack 9mm 1911 a 2011, but that's not technically correct, because all 2011s are essentially double-stack 1911s, but not all double-stack 1911s are 2011s. But if I'm gonna be honest, I don't care anymore, because there doesn't seem to be a unified consensus on the literal definition of a 2011. So I'm gonna make my life easier and call this a double-stack 1911 chambered in 9mm. However, Springfield Armory calls it their 1911 DS Prodigy. Yes, Springfield just made a double-stack 1911 chambered in 9mm, and it's awesome. There are two versions of the Prodigy, one with a 4 1/4 forged stainless steel match grade bull barrel and one with a 5-inch forged stainless steel match grade bull barrel. Everything else is exactly the same. Same grip and same grip length, same forged carbon steel frame, same forged carbon steel slide that is optics ready, same 2-piece full-length guide rod, and they both come with one 17-round magazine and a 20-round magazine. And if you're really feeling sexy, you can get a 26-round magazine. If someone told me to design a double-stack 1911, I wouldn't bother. I'd just hand them the Springfield Prodigy and tell them to imagine it says Noir on the side. Visually, there is nothing I would change on this gun. Okay, maybe I'd go with a gloss black barrel and emboss my logo on the grip, but that's literally it. The gun looks simple, or a better word is clean, but there's also the subtle aggression behind the simplicity that makes this gun look so badass. The finish is a beautiful deep satin black, where under certain lighting, the finish almost looks like it's glowing. The grip texture looks like they found one of my black cashmere sweaters, wrapped it around the grip, and then used my bevel clippers to create the borders. And though the grip looks as soft as cashmere, functionally, it grips like that one girl you know who's obsessed with doing Kegels. Yeah, I'm gonna let that last line breathe for a second. Even the magazines add to the aesthetics of this gun. The 20-round magazine to be exact. The 17-round magazine looks normal. The 26-round magazine looks a little goofy, but the 20-round magazine with the blacked out base plate and that subtle U-shaped notch to make the stripping of the magazine easier just balances out the gun perfectly. The slide is simple with deceptively deep forward slide serrations on the front and the back, and I'm always gonna be a fan of a skeletonized hammer and skeletonized triggers. In short, the Prodigy is a menacingly beautiful looking gun that just gets better once you start shooting it. Before you finish watching this video, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever thought about making a living in the firearms industry? If you enjoy gun repair, ballistics, and learning about firearms, Sonoran Desert Institute's online courses might just be a good fit for you. To find out more, visit sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767 today. Between the full-size 5-inch barrel version and the smaller 4 1/4-inch barrel version, you'd think there wasn't much difference in the way they shot, but you'd be sadly mistaken. The 5-inch version is to the 4 1/4 what the Aston Martin DBS is to the Aston Martin Vantage. The Aston Martin DBS is a big, powerful, beautiful brute of a car. When you're not hauling ass and just cruising, you feel its weight, but the weight is reassuring and comfortable and makes the car easy to drive. However, smash the gas and from 50 to 100 miles an hour, the way the DBS pulls is simply brutal. But it does it in such a planted, controlled, and refined manner. It's like watching Derrick Henry sprinting while wearing a suit. The slide glides so efficiently, you forget that it's a forged carbon steel frame, full-size double-stack 1911. That is until you realize that its hefty 33-ounce weight plays a big part in why the gun shoots so flat. That said, the 5-inch model doesn't give me race gun vibes. The same way I don't really consider the Aston Martin a sports car. It's a big, extremely powerful GT car that can hang with the sports cars. The 5-inch version gives me more of a overqualified home defense gun that can run with the dedicated race guns if it really wanted to. But to me, it's more at home sitting on a nightstand with a red dot and a Surefire light and a 20-round magazine sticking out of the bottom. In this configuration, the gun is a tack driver. Sure, the gun in and of itself is accurate. However, what I'm referring to is that the ease in which this gun can be shot accurately is incredible. In my hands at least, the grip is perfect. The grip texture is like quicksand. It doesn't really start gripping until the gun starts trying to move in your hands. Then there's the trigger. Even though I can shoot this gun really fast very easily, the trigger doesn't feel like it was meant for speed. It feels more like it was meant for self-defense accuracy. It's a very composed trigger. It's not super light, but it's light enough to run fast. It's not super slick, it's super clean, which makes it easy to modulate every aspect of the trigger pull. Then there's the recoil, which there really isn't much in the way of recoil. That forged carbon steel frame and slide soaks up all the recoil any 9mm round can throw at it, so you can easily repeat shot after shot after shot accurately. The 5-inch full-size model of the Prodigy is a very balanced gun. It just does whatever you want to do. You want to go fast, it can go fast. You want to go slow and accurate, it can do that. You want to go long distance, it can do that. You want it to be a beautiful nightstand gun, it can do that too. Then there's the 4¼ inch model of the Prodigy, which, much like the Aston Martin Vantage, is a high-octane, lighter-weight Spitfire that wants to go fast and wants to run hard all of the time. The 4¼ model of the Prodigy is just like its 5-inch brother in every way except for having a shorter barrel. However, the shorter barrel equals a shorter slide. Shorter slide equals less metal. Less metal equals less weight. Less weight equals a faster tracking slide, which in the end means I can do this. Don't get me wrong, it can do the other stuff just fine, but it's just so good at shooting fast and transitioning from target to target. It's all I want to do whenever I shoot it. I love the way the slide tracks on the shorter model. By the time the gun wants to start flipping, the slide is already back in battery, ready to be shot again. It's a small difference compared to the longer model, but it's a difference I noticed and loved. I'm almost afraid to put a red dot on the shorter model for fear it will change the way the slide tracks. Thankfully, the iron sights that come with the gun are awesome, so as much as I'm naturally predisposed to drop a loophole Delta Point Pro on this bad boy, I'll likely put it on the longer slide model and leave the shorter model slick. No light, no red dots. Now granted, I've said this before, only to adorn the gun with every accessory I can find a few months later, so take my words lightly. Though the shorter model is lighter than the full-size model, it's not by much, so calling this a concealed carry focused gun is a bit of a stretch for me. The shorter model gives me outside of the waistband carry more than anything, or even a car gun if you're willing to risk having your $1,499 double stack 1911 stolen from your car. Yeah, that's right. The Prodigy is going to have an MSRP price of $1,499 and $1,699 if you choose the version with the Hex Dragonfly optic already attached. The street price will likely be even cheaper. I love my Delta Point Pros, so once they come out with a plate for that, I'm dropping it on the 5-inch model. I've had the Prodigy for a while now, and I didn't learn about the price until later. I think the gun, honestly, is easily worth $1,800 to $2,000. Truth be told, I'm pissed Springfield even made this gun, because I wanted to make this gun. As much as I want to deny it, this is the double stack 1911 I would make if I were going to make a double stack 1911. It looks the way I want it to look. It shoots the way I want it to shoot. It feels the way I want it to feel. Hell, it's even priced the way I would want to price it. As far as I'm concerned, this is my double stack 1911. I just forgot to put my name on it. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.